Hello and welcome to Rapid Pixel Racing GP2. It's round 14 and we are at Abu Dhabi. So whilst we wait for the drivers to come out, I'll put the stand-ins up. Johnny Stokes still well out in front on 262 points. Frenzy in second, Andreas in third, James Owl in fourth, Hobo in fifth, Lister in sixth. Moyland on his return is currently sitting in seventh. Evan in eighth, Scotty in ninth, Mrs. Carl and Kyle tied in 10th, Wumax in 12th, Zodak in 13th, Speedy in 14th, Venom in 15th, Matty in 16th, Hepburn in 17th, Ashwin in 18th, Demon in 19th, and Night Sniper in 20th. Night Sniper has now dropped to reserve and his seat, full-time seat, has been taken by DXT Nevo, who'll be partnering Moyland in the Red Bull. In the constructors stand-ins, Aston Martin 124 points clear in first place, Alpha Tauri in second, McLaren in third, Alfa Romeo in fourth, Haas in fifth, Alpine in sixth, Mercedes in seventh, Red Bull in eighth, Williams in ninth, and Ferrari in 10th. So who is the first out on track? It's Evan making his way round turn 9. So hopefully someone will let me know the weather, although I am expecting it to be a dry race. So it could be quite interesting if the game decides to put rain in to the desert. So Evan starts his lap through turn 1, takes a little bit too much curb on the exit, and off across the pit lane exit. Needs to be careful there. It's not unknown for the game to disqualify you if you run wide on the pit exit, or end up in the pit exit, end up blocking it. Apparently so, Lister. Game's obviously had a moment with eradication, but your points will go to McLaren, so you don't need to worry about that. Just started a lap. Kyle. It's Evan coming around to go again. He does a 1:39.1. It's Collins out lap. Carl's on an outline. Pit. Nevo with 25.8 to go, top of the standings. Evan already up on his time, but he did have that spin on his previous lap. Carl does a 26.5 to go into second. Hepburn 27.4 goes into third. Hobo, slow out lap for Hobo there, 43.8. Takes him into fifth. And does have a Red Bull first in front that gets out of the way. I'm guessing that was Nevo. James Owl going through to 5th with a 27.4. Johnny Stokes a 24.2. So Johnny wasting no time to lay the gauntlet down on that new wheel and pedals. He said I wasn't allowed to watch him on stream tonight because he'd probably end up in the wall. So an impressive time from Johnny there. And the settings from Jack in GP1 obviously working well. Zodak goes up into 4th on a 26.4. Hamza's done a 25.9. Demon with a 26.3. We've lost Zodak, who's lost it on the entry to 3. So I wonder if he put it on the curb and thrown him into the wall. So we will be losing 3 drivers at the end of this session. Frenzy's retired in the pits. Zodak's in the wall, so there's just one more place on the elimination list to fill. As Lister does a 27.4 in the Mercedes. The game's put him into the wrong car. His points will go to McLaren. Seconds up as he comes into sector 3 through the hotel into the penultimate corner. Final corner, crosses the line. A 27.4 from Evan takes him into 10th. Scotty just making his way down the first DRS straight into the chicane. A snap of oversteer as he tries to get the power down into the second DRS straight, but keeps it under control. Didn't put it in the wall this time. And then up to the reprofiled turn 9. And through to the hotel section. Looks very tight. Stop yawning. Looks very tidy through the final couple of corners. Just the last corner to go now. Run to the line. A 26.3 from Scotty takes him into 7th. So it's Moyland and Lulu, Decky and Rumax all to set a time. Coming round to start his first flying lap. Good chunk of the grid going for the hard tyre for their first runs. Trying to save those softs for later in quali. Moylan just through turn 2. Someone else has gone off on the exit of 2. Has managed to keep it out of the wall. 17.8 from Moylan through sector 1. He heads into the hairpin. Now on to the DRS straight. Absolutely flat out. Topping out at 203. Got hard on the brakes for the chicane. Clear of the exit curve there. Back on the run towards turn 9. Brakes a 54.2 through sector 2. Let's get the braking right into the hotel. Basically hoping you don't end up in the hotel. Nicely through the exit. Just the final corner to go. Run to the line. A 25.7 from Moylan takes him into second place. 500's faster than his teammate on the hard tyre as well. Still a second and a half shy of Connie's time on the soft. But I think that is plenty enough to see Moylan through. So still Decky on the way out, and Lulu now leading the field. Lulu, who is in the McLaren as a reserve tonight, with no teammates, so won't be blocking anyone in the pits if he has to go in for a new wing. Starting their first time lap, opting to run on the medium. Zodak's time would have put him in 8th place had he not put it in the wall. Through the chicane for Womack. Oh. Stop yawning. Thank you, James. I did say that on stream as well. That is so low. Evening, Hobart. It's not Hobart, it's Hepburn. I can't read. Well, I'm not too bad. A little tired tonight. It's been a long day. But then that's no different to pretty much every Friday. So Womack's doing a 26.5. Takes him into 12th. Decky's invalidated his current lap. Lulu on his way to the end of sector 2, a 54.2 for Lulu as he makes his way around turn 9. Stay on board. See if we can see any mistakes. Through the final corner for Lulu, little slide under power, but a 25.9 takes him up into 7th and safely through to Q2. Evan needing to find some improvement because Zodak had set a faster time. Zodak would go through even though he DNF'd. Decky on his second run will be hoping to keep it clean this time. He's got plenty of fuel. Into the chicane. Camera angles taking a while to catch up. Nicely through the chicane. Not taking as much on the exit curve as you can get away with. 54.6 through sector 2. More than retiring in the pits. So just the hotel and final couple of corners to go. As Decky loses the back end going under the hotel. Manages to keep it out of the wall. Gets the car turned round. So he's going to have to go again for another lap. It's Lulu coming back, I'm guessing, to the pits. Decky into the pits. He didn't really have the ERS, but he had the fuel to go for another lap. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back out the pits in time to set another lap. So we'll come back to Evan. He needs to find a fair bit of time to front Zodak. Evan with no front wing, so he's not going to improve on this run, and he's not going to have time to go for another run either. So Decky retires in the pit. That's hard. Evan going out in Q1, that's... would that happen in the real F1? I suppose it would if you look at Austria last season. Russell setting a time that was good enough for P3, then putting it in the wall and bringing out the red flag. Yes, James, the Astons are looking strong again, especially as your teammates running on new kit after having multiple failures with his old wheel. His new kit that turned up about 3 hours ago. Looks like he's got to grips with it very quickly. Standard pad, or have you gone for the... is it the Edge? The new... their equivalent of the advanced pad? Oh, I don't blame you going standard. 200 quid on the controller is a bit excessive. Waiting now for Scotty and Hepburn to cross the line, close out qualifying. Hepburn moves across the line. Really a bit of contact with the wall there for Scotty. And finishes with a spin out of the final corner. Be a Scotty lap without the spin. So there we have confirmation. At the end of Q1 we will be saying goodbye to Zodak, Evan, Decky and Frenzy. It's unfortunate for Evan not able to improve to get into Q2. Just waiting for the timer to count down. New incident. Panda comments. Alpha Tower straight out. It's Hobo jumped by Mrs. Cole coming out of that pass pit box right at the end of the pit lane. Followed by James on the hards. Hobo on the hards. That's Cole going for the softs to make it through to Q1. Q3. Q3. Hepburn on the mediums. Cole on the hards. Looks like hards on the Red Bull. Thorny Stokes not playing around, going straight for the softs. But it is a used set of softs. A bit of set of used in Q1. Cons on the mediums. Mrs. Cole will be the first to start their lap. So follow her around, see how she gets on. Turning on the ERO, who was already on the start finish straight when she turned that on, so it is going to hurt her a little. She makes her way down towards turn 5. Now it's just a flat out drag up to the braking into turn 6. DRS open. Over slightly to the left. You want to get your braking just on that 100 metres. Bring the car over to the left after the apex to open up turn 7. Back on the power, DRS open, and it's just a drag down to the braking for turn 9. Bring the car out wide. Takes a tight entry and a wider exit. He sets herself up for 10 and 11, now under the hotel and into the penultimate corner. It's now pretty much flat out. Brake for the final corner at about the pit entry line, crosses the line. A 26.7 from Mrs. Cole. Hobo with a 26.295. James Al 2 thousandths down on Hobo at 26.297. Kyle with a 28.8. Moylan does a 25.5 on the hard tyre. Hepburn with a 25.8. Through the final corner now. Crosses the line with the 26.5, takes Demon up into 5th. Lister a 27.2 into 7th. go into the final corner and turn that off. Crosses the line at 26.3 from Nevo, puts him into 5th. No telemetry, so no idea how old those tyres are. Stokes still in the pits. Scotty is starting his lap. That's the next way this round is heading up towards turn 9 as the Ferrari takes the inside of the track to keep out of the way. The hotel now for Womax. Through the final corner, crosses the line. 26.0 for Womax, takes him up into 4th. Happy with that one. Scott is invalidated his current run. Lulu into the penultimate corner. Onto the line. 26.4 takes Lulu into 9th, so he will need to go again if he wants to be certain of getting through into Q3. There's 4 thousandths difference between. Oh, there we go. There's a spin from Lulu. There was always going to be one. Didn't catch the start of it, caught the end of it. 4 thousandths between Lulu and Kyle. Currently drivers at risk are Demon, Mrs. Carl, Johnny Stokes yet to set the time, and Scotty going for a valid timed run. Lulu keeping out of the way as Scotty makes his way into the chicane. Again, looking a little twitchy as he gets the power down again. Into the hotel section, a little wide on the exit of 12. Now into the final corner. .26.6 from Sky puts him in 12th, so he needs to go again. He wants to make it into Q3. Mr. Carl just on her way out. Coming through the chicane. On the second DRS straight up to the end of sector 2, 53.4 through sector 2 for Johnny. Tidy through the hotel. Its final 2 corners. 24.3 from Johnny. A couple of tenths faster than his Q1 time as well. So safely through into Q3. James out back on track. run on the mediums this time around and save as many softs as possible for Q3. Deciding better of the mediums. Lister not feeling comfortable in 6, so out on the softs. Actually down on his time by 17 thousandths through sector 1. No DRS. Oh, wrong button. That one. So 2/10 down through sector 1. Nathan is going to go for a push lap after this. Kyle comes through and up into second on a 24.6. This is coming through the hotel, validating on the exit there. DRS is now on, so he'll be pushing this lap. Move himself up into safety. Both games, both. Oh no, literally just both on the way out. Lister 4/10 up through sector 1. It's going to move him up to 5th at the moment. See what he can do through the rest of the lap. See how much further up the order he can move. Slide on the exit of 7. Doesn't seem to have affected him. The end of sector 2, 9/10 up. So that's going to be a 25.2. That's moving him up to the top end. In sector 3, 7/10 through sector 2. That is not going to help. Big hit into the wall as he tries to get the car turned back around. Got the fuel to go for another run. Thump on board with Hobo, who's got in front of James during the outlap. Hobo is at risk. James currently sitting in the knockout zone. Lulu has retired. I don't know if that's in the picture, if he's had an off. Hobo out with chicane, now on the run to the end of sector 2. 1.2 seconds up. We'll drop back to James out, and it doesn't tell me it's split. So Red Bull by Nevo keeping out of the way of the guys on hot laps. Under the hotel. Just the final corner to go for Hobo and James. Hobo crosses the line, a 24.4 takes him up into second. James improves with the 24.9, goes 5th, and that was on the mediums. the sector times. I want to see how long's left in the second. So 20 seconds left in the second. Leicester is pushing on this lap. No ERS being deployed. Hepburn in the pits, currently in 10th, so it's Womack's up into 7th, which does knock Hepburn out. Lister will be through. He's invalidated this lap anyway. He will scrape through into Q3. So we'll be saying goodbye to Hepburn, Mrs. Carl, Lulu and Demon. Connie's got some competition for pole. Hobo, Kyle and Scotty. Even Jojo, Nevo, Rumax. Top 7 all within a second. James's time only 6/10 off of his teammates, and that was on the medium, so there's still time to find for James. This Aston pairing very strong. Oh, I know you've not done a soft run yet, James. I was literally just saying that. Wheels, give him a week, there'll be no competition. Yeah, he's got a new wheel and he's got the settings for it from Lattice in GP1. I did try and say to him that if he's ludicrously quick, then I'm going to call cheat and ban him and Lattice from the league. And anyone who uses Thrustmaster, ban them all. There we go. Confirmation again. Hepburn, Mrs. Cole, Lulu and Demon have been knocked out of Q2. So now we go to the all-important pole position shootout. So most of the drivers making their way out. We've still got 3 in the pits and 1 in the pits. He's just making his way out. So everyone looking to get out on track early. Kyle just making his way down the second DRS straight. Oh, I completely missed the start of Carl's lap. So looking at something on my phone, so I do apologise. Carl onto the first DRS straight. And Alpha Tauri round on the exit of 3. Got it going, so they're going to be a little bit out of sync if they can go for another run. I turn that off every single second, so I have to put it back on. Under the hotel. Control. How close can we get to that 24.3 of Johnny in Q2? A 24.9 for Kyle on his first run. Lister into the pits. Moylan just through to the final corner. His first run on the softs. A big snap of oversteer on the exit, but a 23.8 all the same. Hobo with a 41, I think it was Hobo that had the moment. Scotty does a 132.7. I think Scotty going for 2 runs for his first run. He does seem to do a second outlap to get everything up to temperature. Rumax with a 25.1 goes into third. Cons on a 25.4 in fourth. Nevo's done a 40.3. So 2 outlets from Nevo. Got a yellow flag at the cane, but that's cleared. Just coming up 15.5 seconds up through sector 2. Could have put Hobo into the 24s. Just the hotel to negotiate. Final couple of corners. ERS nearly all depleted. Crosses the line at 25.4, takes Hobo into 7th. Scotty on a 25.6, goes into 6th. Nevo under the hotel. Penultimate corner. It's a little bit of oversteer on the exit. Now the run to the line, a 26.3 from Nevo, so it takes him into 2nd. Lister's on his outlap. Denzel just coming out of the pits. Stokes still waiting in the pits, looking to do maybe just the 1 run on that fresh set of softs that he'd saved. Kick of oversteer for Lister on the exit of the final corner. That will hurt him a little on the run down to turn 1. Three and 4 crosses the timing line, a 17.7 for Lister through sector 1. DRS straight. Into the second DRS straight for Lister. 53.6 through sector 2. Making his way through turn 9. Under the hotel. Apart from oversteer on the exit of the final corner. Looking a tidy lap from Lister, crosses the line at 24.6, so takes him into second. There is room for improvement if he can get it back round and get back out in time. Ireland back out to start his next time lap. Followed by Con. We'll stay with Moylan, see what improvement he can find. Johnny Stokes still waiting in the pits. So 8 thousandths up for Moyland through sector 1. Can he find any more through the rest of the lap? Good run here Monday in GP1, took the win at the end. Good battle with for the podium. Having to hold on. No exact one there, was it? It was Gustav and Jerome on Monday. The three of them just a league of their own, ahead of the rest of the pack. But a great battle to watch between the three of them. After I managed to put it in the wall and break the rear wing on about lap 3. So Moylan doesn't improve. He loses 1/10 and a half overall on that run. Cons does improve to a 24.4. Cons in second. Johnny Stokes is on an out lap now. Kyle comes under the hotel. There's 2 corners to go for Kyle now. He decides to bail into the pit. Evo is finishing his out lap. Johnny Stokes starting his lap, so we'll stay with Johnny. For a lesson in how to drive this track. So 3 and 4 nicely negotiated down to 5. Back on the power early. Best drive down the DRS straight. Gus hits 203 as he starts to brake for the chicane. Not taking a lot of curb on the exit. DRS open again for the second straight. 53.2 through sector 2. Definitely within range of snatching that pole. A little bit of traffic just ahead. Shouldn't cause him any issues. Penultimate corner, just 1 to go now for Johnny. Giving it all to the last minute. Runs to the line of 24.0, so not pole position. So Moylan currently sits on provisional pole. Lister is a 10th up through sector 1. Moyland hacks, check that PC. So Lister coming to the end of sector 2. 3.5 tenths up. It's going to put him 24.3. It's going to move him up into 4th, but can he find anything through the final sector? When did Hobo pop in a 23.8? 300ths off of the time set by Moyland. I completely missed Hobo's lap. 24.2 from Lister takes him into 4th. Comes 5th with a 24.4. Scotty in 6th with a 24.6. And Nevo into the pits on 24.8. Kyle and Womack separated by 100th in 8th and 9th. James out in 10th on 25. Aston Martin on a 25.007. The irony of that is not lost. Hobo looking very pacey tonight. Coming off the back of second place round Austin in TTFL. Maybe should have been a win had there not been a little bit of contact with someone, but we won't go into that because if Hobo's listening he'll just now be raging on the chat. Games on site at quali, we all know this. Yeah, I'm expecting to see you move up through the grid as we make our way through the race. And that was on old softs. I don't... I understand saving softs, or a set of softs for the race, but the set you get given for Q3 gets handed back, so you might as well use them. I'll save one of the Q1 or Q2 sets for the race if you need it. With the way the tyres wear on this game, unless you can take the hard really long, the only strategies really are hard to medium or medium hard, unless of course there is a safety car, and there is a high possibility of safety car. Scotty needs an invite. I can't invite it. Oh, I can if I do it that way. Gotta be quick. It'd be easier if he appeared online. Is he? Back in because it won't let me invite him in. Let's put telemetry on. Let's see what tyres everyone's on. Moylan going hard, Hobo on the medium, Johnny and Lister on the hard, Tom, Scotty, Nevo, Kyle, Womack on the mediums, James on the hard, Hepburn on the mediums, Mrs. Cole and Lulu on the hards, Demon and Zodak on the mediums, Evan on the hards, Decky on the mediums, Frenzy on the hards. So predicted stop for the mediums is laps 12 to 17. If the hards can push to around 22, they could go to the soft. Did Scotty get back in, Terry? Because it won't let me send him an invite. Even going through the play social menu, so I'm hoping that means he's got back in. I'm guessing he has, because it's disqualified him for not being able to park. I hope it has, or he's going to be screaming at me on Discord if he's... Here we go, 5 lights. Lights are out, and now we wait. And now the cars decide to go. Holding on to the lead. Hobo falling in behind, holding on to second. Hepburn and Carl have swapped places further back. There's 3 wide heading down towards turn 5. Scotty's been disqualified. I'm guessing that didn't let Scotty back in. So Hobo getting the move done on Moyland into the chicane. So Hobo into the lead. Scotty said restart lobby, it's bullshit. It's one driver, I can't. Mainly because I didn't screenshot any of the results, because I just do them off the stream now, so I don't know what the starting order was without ending stream and then trying to search through it all. James up into 8, so made up 2 places in the first lap. A good start so far from James. Hepburn trading places again. Hepburn now coming under pressure from James as they head down to turn 5. James going for the outside line. Give him a better run up towards turn 6. Hepburn on the mediums gets a good exit. Side by side as we go up towards the chicane. Hepburn trying to cover off Nevo as well, as Nevo trying to find his way through. Evan all over the back of Nevo. No DRS this time around. Evan has rinsed his ERS on these opening couple of laps. Mrs. Cole. Demon and Rumax battling further back. Rumax getting the move done, compromises Demon and puts him under attack from Lulu, who's gone round. Frenzy taking advantage to get past Demon as well, so Demon drops down to 15th, now 16th, and Zodak makes the move into the final corner. Still holding on to the lead, but DRS is now active, so Moyland will get the advantage of the DRS. Johnny holding on to this battle for the lead as well. Cons dropping back out of the DRS in a bit of no man's land. Lister and Carl going wheel to wheel down to the chicane. long way around the entry. He's in the inside for turn 7. As James takes full advantage of that battle in front to sneak past Kyle. Kyle on the inside for turn 9, takes the position back. James will be on the inside into 10 and 11. Can he get it done before the hotel? He can. He slips it up the inside, so that's James up into 6. Johnny and Moylan still holding on to Hobo. Johnny has absolutely rinsed his ERS. Down to 30% on lap 4. Moylan's sitting on 94%. Hobo on 65. So Moylan and Hobo in a strong position ERS wise. Moylan probably in the stronger position. Moylan goes for the move up the inside with the DRS. He'll have the inside for the entry into the chicane, but it'll be on the outside for the exit. Has the DRS and does get in front of Hobo on the exit, so Moylan up into the lead. Johnny Stokes looking to try and find his way past Hobo as well. Tries to find it around the outside of 9, but Hobo has it covered off. How long can he hold on to second place for? Johnny managing to recover some ERS over the course of that lap. Kyle and Lister round on the exit of the hotel. Lister picking up a 5-second penalty. We've got a very look like, I swear that looked like a Red Bull. It was a McLaren very slow out in the final corner. The safety car is out. So Demon, Kyle, Hepburn, Lister, Decky all in the pits. Got the safety car on track. I think everyone who pitted for a new wing. Too early for anyone to come into the pits. Unless they're carrying damage. As I say, that Hobo opts to come into the pits. To swap to a 2-stop, go on to the hards, and then maybe chuck the softs on at the end. It's going to hurt him though. In terms of track position, Evan and Frenzy into the pits. Hobo is going to end up coming out in 9th. Just squeezes out in 9th, but he's going to have some work to do on the restart to try and get back up in that battle for the podium. So Moylan retains the lead, Johnny up into 2nd, Cons in 3rd, James up into 4th. Great start so far for James, and going to be in a strong position to try and close in to that front pack now. Everyone's going to be bunched up on the restart. Nevo in 5th. Mrs. Carl in Mrs. Carl in 6th, Rumax in 7th, Zodak in 8th, Hobo in 9th, Lulu in 10th, Evan in 11th, Demon in 12th, Frenzy in 13th, Carl in 14th, Hepburn in 15th, Lister in 16th, Decky in 17th. Waiting for Kyle onwards to catch up to that. Kyle's on back now. Hepburn and Lister should be on it momentarily. Decky should get there by the end of this lap. Safety car in this lap. Decide to go. Can he catch Donny out? Up to the penultimate corner. Still weaving. Corner has gone, coming into the penultimate corner. Catch Johnny out a little. He needs to capitalise on it. And he does. Kept with John. That's Moyland out. That is the Red Bull out on the restart. So break away, but has then lost it out of turn 1. He's in the wall on the run to turn 2. So Johnny inherits the lead. Cons into 2nd. James out up into 3rd. Carl in 4th. Nevo in 5th. Hobo's recovered to 6th on the restart. Still got quite a bit of work to do to try and recover from that early stop. Lulu running in 7th under pressure from Demon going around the outside of 9. Demon gets that all done to take 7th place. Frenzy in 9th. With Evan pitted for the mediums, an early stop to go on to the mediums. They're both going to have to stop again. Mediums won't get to the end from there. Kyle went on to the hards. Lister on the mediums. On the hards. Rumax is Decky's to get past Zodak on the restart. So Decky up into 15th. Zodak drops down to 16th. Holding on to Johnny Stokes. Gets a big kick of oversteer on the exit of the chicane. That's going to compromise him on the run down to turn 9 and give James out the opportunity to get past. Pull Cons out of the DRS of Johnny Stokes, who's not going to have that to help defend from James out behind. There's Lulu and Evan going. Evan, that's Carl trying to go around the outside of Lawyer. Also mad, also up. Fried, I don't know how to respond. Got another safety. James Owl's out. I completely missed that. Hobo back in. Lulu, Hobo, Carl, Wumax, Decky, Nevo, Zodak. What happened to James? Johnny holds on to the lead, still on the hard tyre. Frenzy up into second. It's Carl in third, Demon in fourth. Is Johnny going to come into the pits? He's got 8 seconds over Frenzy. He is into the pits. What's Johnny Cons? James Cons is happening here. Mrs. Cole inherits the lead. Demon into second. Johnny coming out of the pits now. Frenzy's pitted as well. So Hepburn up into third. All likely going to need to go and collect the comms as I'm still spinning. I then collect over. I can't win. I blame EA. The code is and their crappy servers. Safety car in this lap. Connie currently sitting in 4th, Frenzy in 5th, Lister up into 6th. Hans has recovered after that contact with James into 7th, Evan in 8th, Lulu in 9th, Hobo in 10th. This is Carl to lead the restart. Late on the restart. Demon managed to put a good gap to Hepburn. Look at that after the race close. So Frenzy getting past Connie on the restart. Connie coming under a bit of pressure from Lister behind as well. Mobo and Lulu side by side into turn 5. We're making it through the restart without incident though. Lulu and Hobo still battling it out down towards the chicane. Wheel to wheel into the chicane. Lulu getting jumped by Hobo there. Hobo takes it outside on the entry and gets it inside on the exit. Evan and Cons trading places as well. Penalty for Hepburn. Connie down to 5th. Hepburn very wide into the wall by the looks of it. Doesn't look to be a DNF though, so we'll keep going. Connie has closed back up to this leading pack as Frenzy looking for the move down the inside of turn 1 on Demon. Frenzy getting that move done, taking full advantage of the medium tyre. Connie down the inside into turn 5. Can he get the drive? He can, gets the drive out, so that's Connie up into 3rd. Lister making the jump on Demon as well. Frenzy gets past Mrs. Cole before the chicane. So Frenzy up into the lead. Kyle and Hobo trading places. Lulu and to take the shortcut through the chicane, ends up dropping down into 12th and maybe under pressure from Zodak too. Connie's cleared Mrs. Cole and now chasing down Frenzy. Mrs. Cole loses out to Lister as well. Those hard not responding well on the restart. Demon running a little wide on the exit of the penultimate corner, losing out to Evan. His teammate Tom's just behind as well. He's going to go for the move run down to turn 5 or wait for the DRS. Comes, goes for the move into turn 5. Compromises Demon a little, who's now under pressure from Kyle. Up DRS. Hobo waiting just behind to take advantage of anything late on the brakes. Didn't think he was going to get that stopped in time. It's a better exit out of 7. Allowing him to get the run on Kyle down towards turn 9. So that battle's been going on. Johnny's managed to find a way past Frenzy, so Johnny back into the lead of the race. Frenzy in 2nd, Lister in 3rd, Evan up into 4th, having got past Mrs. Carl. Demon, Hobo and Carl all in a little DRS train. Womack's getting into the back of this as well. Lulu and Hepburn are both, I think they both went out in the pit. So down to 13 now. Scotty's going to screw me in the admin trap. I know he is. Yeah, it just came up on screen. I'll have a look at it after the race. Might even leave it on for the stream as well. On the get my words out. I'll watch it on the stream after the race once I've done the results. That's Lister round on the exit of 9. Almost bit of an iffy rejoin there from Lister, but didn't take anyone out. It's frustrating when you're trying to recover the car. You need to try and wait until there is a bit of a gap. But Johnny Stokes checked out in front. Two and a half second gap over Frenzy now. Evan up into 3rd, trying to close down Frenzy on similar age tyres. Comms holding on to 4th place. Hobo now up into 5th. Looking to try and regain as much as he can as he runs down to the chicane, getting past Comms, so that's Hobo up into 4th. Got nearly 4-second gap to catch up to the podium places in front, but Comms not letting it go. And coming back at Hobo down into turn 9. And I think he went wide. Hard to tell from the spectator camera, but Comms drops down into 6. It drops behind Kyle. Trying to take 4th place back from Hobo. Evo trying to catch up with Womack, got very wide through the penultimate corner, picks up a warning and a 3-second penalty there. Now coming under pressure from Lister as they run up to turn 1. Lister around the outside into turn 1. Back up to 8th for Lister. Will have the DRS on Hobo. Can he gain anything down the DRS straight? He's taking a couple of tenths out of that gap. It's going to give him good position if he can get the exit right for the second DRS straight. Loses a couple of tenths through the chicane. Gets the DRS again on the run down to 9. Not close enough to go for a move this time around. Closing into Womack. Really an overtaking opportunity at the moment. They make their way under the hotel. Carl still holding on to Hobo. One of the closest battles between Lister, as Lister is gaining quite rapidly on Womack. Lister will get the DRS. He's gone for that rocket clip setup again. There's the move done well before the braking zone into the chicane, so Lister up into 7th. Carl still not able to find his way past Hobo. Fairly equal on their ERS. Evan losing a bit of ground to Frenzy. The gap between Frenzy and Connie seems to have stabilised a little. Really grown massively over the last couple of laps. Lister's been round again, so all that work is done to recover from the previous spin. He's now gonna have to do it all again, dropping down to 9th. Would have been an Aston 1-2. It would have been. If only you didn't drop it out of the hotel. So Zodak pits up a 5-second penalty as he goes into the pits and then retires in the pits. So 9 laps to go. Johnny Stokes out in front. Frenzy in 2nd. That gap is starting to open up again a little. Evan in 3rd. Hobo trying to chase Evan down, but he's still got Kyle for company. Kyle holding on really well to the back of Hobo. Con's starting to drop off the back of that battle for 4th place. Womack's in 7th. Nevo on his debut in 8th. Lister in 9th. Decky in 10th. This is Carl in 11th and putting Hobo does not have a pen as Lulu running wide again gave him the warning. They'll need to put that in to the steward with the full race director as Mrs. Carl is round on the exit of 2. Keeps it out of the wall. That drops her behind Decky. Lister's retired in the pits. Closest battle is the only battle at the moment is Carl and Hobo. If Carl can find a way to close into the back of Hobo. He's just opened that gap up to the 3-second mark. Over Frenzy. Gone a bit quiet. What we do with now is a safety car to really spice things up. Come with the DRS. It is closer this time around as they head towards turn 9. Close enough to get alongside Hobo, but you will see that ERS light on Hobo flashing. Give him a little bit of comfort. His ERS is only 5% better than Hobo's. Carl is round on the exit of the hotel. Rear wing damage to Carl as well. That's not going to be a pleasant drive for the rest of the race. Hobo with a little bit of breathing space now. 6 laps to go. Frenzy actually starting to close the gap up to Johnny Stokes. He's got it down to 2.6. Johnny continues to push. These mediums are going to be coming towards the end of their life. You might be able to nurse them to the end. Out and running, manages to hold on to 8th place. Won't be making the back end of the car feel very connected to the road. This is Colt running with rear wing damage as well after her spin earlier. Has spread out and nails apart. I hate where I have to try and find something to talk about when not a lot's happening. There's Kyle round again. I think that's going to be caused by that rear wing demon into the pit. Kyle picks up 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane penalty. Set of softs going on to Demon, and Carl retires in the pit. And that rear wing damage just makes the cars undrivable. Decky in for a set of softs. Is this an attempt by Demon or Decky to grab the fastest lap? Point from Aspen. That'll be the Carl's car that was just coming out of the pits, parking to the side. So little bit of a twitch from Johnny as he makes his way through turn 5. He gets the DRS because of the back marker of Decky, so that's going to help him actually open that gap a little to Frenzy. Doesn't need to feel under any pressure. Frenzy carrying penalties. What penalties are people on? So Frenzy, Evan, Hobo, Cons. Oh, everyone who's got a penalty actually is on 3 seconds. Aren't really going to change the order at the moment. Frenzy's tyres are a little worse for wear as he's been pushing to try and close that gap to Johnny. Hobo's have actually hit 60%, so Hobo was defending from Carly's. That puts those tyres quite hard. No idea, Rumax no idea, Nevo no idea, Demon no idea. This is Carl, 30% on the front, 35 on the rear. The mediums are about half the age of the front runners on the mediums. So he's carrying that rear wing down as well. Demon does take the fastest lap with the 1:26.2. Yellow flag. That's cool. This is Cold round on the exit of turn 1. That's going to be down to that rear wing. On alright though, that's the first spin I've seen from her with that rear wing damage. Frenzy actually gained again on Johnny, he's got it down to under 2.5 seconds. We've got Nevo's getting closer to Wumax. Back just breaking into the DRS as Hobo up into third. What happened to Evan? There was a fair gap between them and Evan's dropped back from Hobo now. AlphaTauri can have a strong points finish here as it stands. Mediums must be getting into bunker territory by now. And he's still by the rear right. It's on 64. Front's 160. slightly more wear on 71 on his rear. Hobo on the right hand side, both at 70, 71, 73, 70% on the left rear. Can they hold on for another 2 laps? Frenzy still pushing, he is still closing in towards Johnny, but as we start the final lap, I don't think he's going to be he's not going to be able to get close enough to challenge Johnny for the race win on track. Closing in to Evan, as hards will be in better shape than the mediums. Nevo's dropped back from Rumax as well. Cons with the DRS, can he get close enough? Get a better drive out of turn 7 onto the DRS. He's gaining on Evan. Not quite enough to make a move. Frenzy's got the gap down to 2 seconds. Back to the race leader. Johnny's managed those tyres really well to drag 18 laps out of the medium, so Johnny takes a win, Frenzy takes second, Hobo will come through to take 3rd place in the final podium position, Evan will take 4th, Cons takes 5th, Rumax takes 6th, Nevo takes 7th. Just waiting for Demon to finish the lap. He's coming through the hotel now. Frenzy takes the games driver of the day. That's based on positions gained. I will take that after being bummed by Lulu. I didn't see what happened with you and Lulu. I'll have to have a look at your stream, figure out what happened. So confirmation, Johnny takes another win for Aston Martin. Frenzy and Hobo take the other 2 podium places for AlphaTauri, so good showing for AlphaTauri there, which will help them in their fight for 2nd place in the constructors. Evan takes 4th, Cons in 5th, Rumax in 6th, Nevo in 7th, Demon in 8th, Decky in 9th, Mrs. Carl in 10th, and non-finishers were Kyle, Lister, Zodak, Lulu, Hepburn, James Al, Moyland and Scotty, who's gonna kill me. But that has been GP2 round 14. I'll be back next week for Bahrain, so be sure to tune in for that one. But thank you everyone for watching, thank you for everyone in the chat, and I'll see you next week.